I was gonna say I'd say it was a hobby, but obviously it would become a job. But obviously I'd still
become work.
class you,
But
I'd still class you guys obviously as like the best mates because obviously we'd probably buy a house, whatever. And I'd be spooning chef, and Josh you'd be watching on the sideline. So we'd still be like still best butt. We'd still be best mates. Obviously, like would be closer mates if anything.
It'd be a bit weird if it were me and Joe. If it were me and Joe spooning, let's just put it that way. So yeah, it'd have to be you two spooning.
Chef, you're in the middle, chef.
God,
Josh, you want the front or back?
I'll take the back, please, mate.
You want to enter, do you?
Yeah, I don't want to be entered.
I'm sure that's true. Yeah, fuck.
yes.
So anyway, guys, obviously enough of the chit chat now. I've been researching some stuff for this podcast because episode 2, I wanted to make it a bit more like entertaining than the last. I mean, I know the last was more of a like a sort of a set in stone sort of place, but I wanted to try and find something that I could ask you guys, and I really wanted to like pick your brains a little.
Okay.
So like the first random question, right, is completely random. I'm going to ask you it. What do you think, right? So imagine you're on your deathbed, right? We're going straight there. Yep.
Okay.
I can see your face, chef. But what do you think, right, would be your last words ever on this planet? If you was to like, you lie in there, you're like, you fucking your back's given out, and you got like 10 seconds to live.
Right. Before I answer this, I need some form of like background information. Who am I with? Like, am I with family and friends, or am I around strangers?
You've got the choice of A, which is your family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
You got B is your ex-missus, and C is Punjeep from the corner shop.
Right. So if I was with my family, if I was with my family, because like. I think our family do fucking joke about a lot. I'm dying there. I'm going, seeing the light. I'm struggling. I go, she's acting with proud. I'd end it there and have you all think, what the fuck is he on about?
Fuck's sake.
If I was with
that would leave a cliffhanger. I want to know what season 2 is about, but there's only a season 1.
Whereas if I was with like randomers, I'd lie to them and be like, I've buried my life savings in this guy, and give like a coordinates of like some derelict building that no one's allowed to enter, like the insane asylums that we see in like the local cities. I'd be like, I buried it, or my inheritance is about 15,000. Just see if anyone would want to go for it.
Send them on a wild goose chase.
Yeah, just to find nothing.
So that's what you'd say to Punjeep from the corner shop.
It would be, yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Go on. What about option B? What would you say to your ex-missus if she were there? I don't know why she would, but.
Well, I'd probably pull the knife out of my chest and make sure it.
Wait, there's a knife in your chest in the hospital.
All right, I'm a bit of pull the plug on her life machine.
Fucking hell. Go on, chef. What would yours be?
I don't know. I think family and friends and that it'd probably be just like reminiscing of the past, really.
It'd be, hey, I'm dying.
Yeah, you remember that one time at a barbecue?
Remember that one time in band camp?
You remember that one time in band camp?
You'd be like, sorry, I love you and leave your family, but did you know that during the Roman Empire, Julius Caesar was... It'd leave him with one of like the history jokes. And then he'd just like... You just slowly die.
Knowing Chef would come back up and carry on the history lesson afterwards once everyone started crying.
Yeah, this flatline just goes. Just shoot back up. That was shit.
It's like that second wind, isn't
it? Yeah, you could see that happening.
I could definitely see that happening.
100% that would happen.
Ex-missus, I wouldn't really say much. I wouldn't really care, to be honest.
It's over with. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Here in the bathroom holding my weenie. What are you doing in here? I'll tell you what I'd say to the guy from the corner shop. Like,
I can have a can of Red Bull, please.
No, I'd be like, if it was family and friends, you know, I'd do all the lovey-dovey stuff about, oh, I love you guys, I'm gonna miss you. If it was ex-misses, I'd just be like, fuck off. And if it was the corner shop guy, I'd probably go, why have you made meal deals £4.50? And then die. And then I'll just be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? A co-op meal deals now £4.50. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You have the club card. It goes back down to £3.50. What it was. It's fucking that's tax fraud. That
you can tell that you've moved to a rich area when you go to the local co-op genuinely, and it's £4.75.
Ooh. Ooh. That's criminal.
It is
criminal.
But the worst part,
£4.75.
Yeah,
I won't even spend £4.75 on like.
It's neither a meal nor a deal anymore.
Worth £4.75.
It's neither a meal nor a deal anymore. But the worst thing about it is I've already become a co-op, because it is a co-op in mine, and I've become a member of it. But it's not just like, oh, pardon me, Christ, it's not just like a regular co-op. It's a local specific co-op, and they don't knock off prices. They just give you like a penny back for every pound. So like every meal deal.
Oh, you got one of those like little cards you scan for every pound you spend.
Yeah,
it's bullshit, isn't it?
So every meal deal, I'm saving 4.7.
You know, I used to have one of those cards because in my old house, I used to go to a corner shop. Like, it was a co-op, and I used to go there, I dare say, every day, right? And I was in that house for a good, I'd say 3.5 years to 4 years, right?
Right.
And you don't want to know, like, bearing in mind the price was every pound you spend, you get a penny back. You don't want to know how much money I accumulated on this card.
Do you know what? I think I've got a very similar story, because I too used to live like before I where I live now, and before I lived in this place, I also lived not too far from here in a different house, and I too had one of those cards. And like you say, like to work you'd go, from work you'd do your weekly shop, because it's such a small village I lived in. All you had was just this one shop. That was pretty much it. It was like a one road in and out.
It was. And literally, honestly, every day I came in from work, I'd go to the shop, just get a meal deal when it was like reasonable price, £3.50. I used to get a meal deal pretty much every day, and then like sometimes I'd like go big boy spends, and you know, like get like the fucking £5 deal where you go to like the fridge freezer.
Yeah, you get two pizzas, a bag of peas.
You got like a pizza, some peas that you'd never eat, some ice lollies, and some like chips and that. And it was like, oh, it's a fucking great deal. This.
And a pack of beer.
You got like a pack of Bud Light or something. But it was a sick meal. But it's like that was on the rich days. You know, that was after payday. But like, honestly, the amount of money accumulated on this card, I'm not going to lie to you. I did spend occasionally on the cards. You know, obviously, I accumulated the money and I did spend on it. But if I saved all that money and spent it in a wanna, I reckon I had about roughly 200 quid on that card.
That's got to be what? Over how many years? 2 or 3?
About almost 4. I reckon about 200 quid on that card.
Bloody hell, you spent what? About five grand a year in this shop alone?
Most likely, yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
I'm a guy that doesn't cook. Crazy. Like the most I can cook is cereal. You know what I mean? Like that's about it.
Wait, what?
You know?
Slice of bread.
yeah. You know what I mean? I'll put together a packing up, and it'll be like bread, ham, bread. You know what I mean? Maybe some cheese if I'm feeling a bit adventurous, but that's about it. You know what I mean?
Bloody hell! I was going to say, I was about to try and show off.
I made pancakes for breakfast this morning with crispy smoky bacon.
Ooh.
American style pancakes.
Ooh.
It's almost like you're a chef.
Wait, he's a chef?
Wait,
I thought that was his name.
Me, chef?
But yeah, so
fucking hell, £5,000.
Honestly, about £5,000 each year on this shop.
Well, I was about to show off and be like, yeah, with my club card points, I invited all of you over for obviously not chef because he's more down south, but when I invited yourselves over, our mate and some others from work, and we had a barbecue, and it was like 30-40 quid's worth. Yeah, that was all funded from just this card alone. I was about to show off and go, oh yeah, over a year or two I saved this. I didn't even fucking 200 quid. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm a co-op goblin, me.
The thing I like about Aldi is there's a lot of good quality stuff for a very cheap price. Probably the best thing.
I thought,
What's probably like the best priced thing at Aldi?
Well, I went in there the other week and they had a pack of about, I think they were like 6-ounce rump steaks, pack of 4. It was $9.99. That's not bad.
Fuck those vegetarians, man.
Yeah,
that's not.
Fuck the veggies. You know what I mean? Like, who can physically live without meat? Come on.
I eat meat.
Speaking of which, what's the hardest part of a vegetable to eat?
Hardest part of a vegetable? What, any vegetable?
Yeah, just of a vegetable. What's the hardest part to eat?
I'm trying to think of a good vegetable.
I'll tell you because you take it too long now. The wheelchair is the hardest part to eat.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Is that bit allowed?
Jesus Christ, man! That is savage.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
Just with you
Oh my god.
And then
where did that come from?
You were talking about fuck the veggies and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, you fuck them up.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
Talking about vegetables and then
You're not wrong though. Fucking hell. Imagine eating a wheelchair.
You made that's the hardest part.
There was okay, fun fact. There was a guy out there who used to eat like metal, concrete, like random stuff. Wood.
Was he one of those like Indian guys? Because I think I've seen him on Facebook.
I don't know. No. Yeah, I don't think he was Indian, but like one time he actually ate a whole like small plane. It was crazy.
Sorry,
plane.
Yeah. No, literally, there's a guy out there,
like a Cessna.
Like like one of those little like commercial planes that like can seat like 2 or 3, 4 people.
Yeah. Like a single prop one.
Yeah, a single prop plane.
Parachute jumping planes. How?
What the fuck?
What in one sitting?
Yeah.
No.
So,
Sorry.
One sitting.
No, it wasn't in one sitting. I'm joking. No,
it's gonna sound. You smell it? I smell.
Yeah, but
so his name was I think it's Michael Latito.
Michael Plain.
It's like Michael Latito.
Right.
He's a French entertainer. So
you stop right there. That explains everything. Fucking hell. He's French.
I can never speak favorably of the French.
His nickname was Monsieur Mange-Tout, which is Mr. Eat It All.
Mr. Eat It All. Fucking hell, yeah, plain.
He ate a Cessna 150.
Hey, I said Cessna. Look at that.
10 points to
10 points to Gryffindor, right?
Monsieur
10 points
what?
to Gryffindor.
Monsieur what? Sorry.
So Monsieur Mange-Tout.
Mange-Tout. Fucking French banter's dead, mate. What a shit name that is.
No.
That guy's gonna miss your plane because I hate it.
basically, he started eating his unusual diet at the age of 9.
Right.
But yeah, like he can eat loads of different shit.
I thought my insides were fucked because I eat like takeout every night.
His performance involved the consumption of metal, glass, rubber, and other materials. He disassembled and cut up and consumed items such as bicycles, shopping carts, televisions, beds,
wheelchairs,
and a Cessna 150 plane.
That's some good going.
It took him roughly 2 years to eat the plane.
Jesus Christ! Like,
from
imagine
1978
eating,
to
like,
1980.
Is that including like all the liquids, like the hydraulics and the engine oil inside
Surely
it?
Not,
surely not, because you die.
Surely not.
Before attempting to eat stuff, he drank mineral oil and continued to drink water while swallowing the metal.
Oh, he must have chopped it all surely into little tiny pieces and just fucking munched on it.
Yeah,
it's like that. Okay, it's like that reel on Instagram where that woman was like every so often picking a bit out of a wall and just munching on it.
Oh, yes, I have actually. What the fuck is that all about?
Here's a list of the things he has eaten. He's eaten 45 door hinges, 18 bicycles, 15 shopping trolleys or carts, 7 TVs, 6 chandeliers, 2 beds, 1 pair of skis, 1 computer, 1 light aircraft, 1 waterbed full of water, 500 meters of steel chain at once.
Oh my God.
One coffin, 1 Guinness World Record plaque, and an assortment of razors and bolts.
What the fuck?
First of all, do you think he would get the Guinness World Record plaque back if it was damaged? And second of all, do you think he got another one for being the only person to eat a Guinness World Record plaque?
Not just that. Imagine shitting that out.
He died in 2007 at the age of
21.
57.
It's gonna
57.
Say fucking hell. Well, there you go, guys. If you do want a healthy diet and you feel like you're getting fat, lose weight by eating a plane.
It's going to say if 57 is a target for you,
gym.
Eat a Cessna. Let's just say, like now, because there's a question to you guys. Let's just say, you could have any house anywhere you want, built by whoever the fuck you want. If you could live anywhere, and I'm talking like all expenses paid,
like country,
anywhere on Earth, obviously. Don't be like, I'm gonna live on the fucking sun. Like, if you could live anywhere, getting there isn't a problem. You've got the right transport. If it requires a boat, you've got a boat. Family doesn't matter, so you don't say, "Oh, I'm only going to pick you because of my family." Doesn't matter. Everyone's dead, right? It's just you.
Yeah.
Where would you live and why? Like, if you could pick anywhere.
I'd probably pick Gaza because I've heard it's quite lit at the minute.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I've heard it's fire right now, to be honest.
Fucking hell, they got some fucking great beaches.
and you can play COD in real life.
Jesus Christ, Joe, man.
Mariupol.
Oh my lord. Okay, and now a serious answer.
Israel.
Oh, fuck's sake. North or south?
On the south, so I can see the fireworks going.
I'm going to ignore you. Chef, what would your answer be?
I think, depending on the country...
Well, it's up to you. It's up to you.
I think, personally... So I'm kind of stuck between Portugal and the United States.
All right. I definitely couldn't live in the States. I could live there for a couple of years, but not permanently.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Like, the United States is... There's good things, there's bad things. But personally, I would probably pick Portugal more, because Portugal is a lovely country. The locals are nice. The food is lovely. And yeah, the weather's great. And it's the same time zone as here anyway, so...
Fair enough.
So my serious answer would probably be somewhere like the Caribbean. You know what I mean? If I could just sit on a beach with like a little tiki hut.
Would you pick an island, or would you pick just like I'm talking like a small private island, or would you just
I wouldn't want to live by myself because I do that as it is, and I'd just have a dog on the beach with me, and that'd be fucking annoying. You know what I mean? Trying to clean poo out of sand and that.
I'd just scoop it and flick it in the water, wouldn't you?
I'd just bury it and then keep burying it until 20 years later. You know what I mean? There's little landmines on the beach. You know what I mean? So when D-Day happens on my beach, they've got to go through turds of shit to get to me.
Fucking hell, that's a lot of dog shit.
Yeah. No, I'd pick somewhere in the Caribbean, but somewhere in a nice little village. So I've got a corner shop, so I can still get my I reckon the £2.50 meal deals over there in Caribbean. You know what I mean? Cuban meal deals.
There's another group as well, not too far from America. There's Native Americans as well, on a similar thing. Did anyone hear about?
It's called Mexico.
Oh, Jesus. Build the wall. We're going to build a wall. It's going to be a build a wall.
Carry on.
As I was gonna say, there's a bunch of Native Americans also, like a very small tribe on a small island next to America. Did you hear about that one dude who went over there to try and teach him about Christianity and he just got shot by an arrow?
Praise the Lord. Fuck off.
That's literally how it
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
That's the thing. That's the thing, though. There is loads of like hidden tribes and that around the world. Like in the Amazon rainforest, there's still like hidden tribes that just.
I was gonna say, in the still like unexplored areas, the Amazon rainforest.
Oh yeah, like the Amazon rainforest is not fully explored yet. But like, there's hidden tribes in like Africa still, like in the Congo. Like, the Congo forest is massive.
There was a YouTuber that went and stayed with some, not the unknown tribes, obviously, because he'd have fucking got killed. But has anyone heard of the guy called Joe Weller? If you don't know him, he was a very.
I've heard of the name, but I've never like watched or seen any of his stuff.
So he's more famously known now for being the very first guy that boxed KSI and got beaten by KSI.
Yeah.
That's probably where I've heard of him.
That's kind of what started the YouTube boxing off was Joe Weller and KSI. But yeah, he did an episode. He did like a vlog back when vlogs were cool, and he stayed in the Amazon rainforest for, I think it was like 4 or 5 days, and he'd gone and stayed with this like little tribe, and it looked quite fascinating. I don't know if I'd actually want to do it or not, because like. One thing that not grosses me out, but like freaks me out the most about him is those lip discs. Do you know what I mean?
Lip discs.
Yeah, have you not seen it? Where they put like little plates in the lips, and then they end up having like really saggy lips. You've never seen it?
It's basically just.
It's like fashion.
Kind of like what people do with their earrings,
yes.
But like in the lip.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
there's some African tribes that do that as well.
Yeah, and it's marked as a sign of beauty. The bigger this disc you can get. Some of them, mate, I'm not even joking, are the size of like dinner plates. I'm not even joking.
The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe.
I mean, it's easy. It's easy enough to eat your dinner off, though. You've got something to hold your dinner in front of you. Where you go.
Fucking hell.
Fuck's sake.
You can imagine if you gotta have like a really long tongue if you're gonna eat your dinner. It's like
just like, oh, lick my hole. Lick my lip hole.
Sorry.
I don't know. I'm just making shit up now.
Lick my hole.
In other news, I was doing a bit of Googling, right? And I was just Googling some weird sports, right? Just to change the subject. But you want to know what the weirdest sport I managed to find is?
Go on now.
It's called wife carrying.
Do you know what?
Yes,
I've
actually heard of that. Yeah, I've seen it.
I've never heard of this shit.
Is it?
So I read up a bit. It was invented in Finland.
Yeah, I was going to say it's one of the Scandinavian countries, isn't it?
Yeah, like
I do remember it.
Apparently, it's wife carrying is a contest in which a male competitor each carrying the female partner, and the objective is for the male to carry the female through like an obstacle or a track in the fastest time, and that's it.
Right,
that's all you got to do.
I've got an idea then. If
you've had an argument before the race, she's fucked. She's gonna get slammed into everything.
What if she's fat? You're fucked, aren't you?
Well, this is what I was gonna say. Now but obviously it's no lie or secret. We're all going on holiday soon, aren't we? We're all going to book away centre parks.
The Cut Meat crew is going away on holiday. Yes,
we should do some of this wife racing or whatever it's called, wife carrying. I'll run with Sid. Fucking chef can go with his missus, and you can just carry Darren.
All right. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
We all know I ain't winning.
Oh man.
Well, I can't lift people up. What did you think I was on about, Josh?
weight ratio.
I think if you tried to lift Darren, Joe, I think you'd snap in half.
I probably would. Well, honestly, I can barely
Your back
lift
would
like.
just go.
Oh, I can't barely lift fuck all. You know what I mean? Like...
Joe's at a 90-degree angle for the rest of the holiday.
Hey guys.
His back
Yeah, but his back's never felt better. Like, oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah. My back's cracked that much, it's all the pain's gone. I can't even feel it anymore.
He's got the posture of a quaver, but feels fantastic.
There's also a famous competition from near where I live, in a little town called Only, and basically,
is it trying to get north? Is it?
No, like it's actually known for producing a famous like church song, "Amazing Grace."
I thought he was going to say "Kumbaya."
No, Amazing Grace is what
I thought it was going to be like the Halo 3 theme tune.
Halo.
You're going to play in the chapel. Yeah. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
There's like a load of priests and someone's just playing the Halo song.
I love those videos.
They're all like dancing to it.
No. There's a competition they have every year, and it's around Pancake Day, and it's the only pancake race, and it's been going since like the 1800s. And
pancake race. You can't call Chinese people that, chef. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Well, basically, they just have a pancake in a frying pan as they run through the street. And
so a shit version of egg and spoon.
It's women. By the way, it's women only. It's women only in the race. And basically, it's basically like the egg and spoon race, but they got a pancake in a frying pan and they have to run it around the street.
What's the finish line? The stove.
No, it's the table.
We can get back to the kitchen quickest.
The women.
Fuck's sake.
Why do women always assume, like, you know, if you're texting someone and they always go, oh, you're not texting me back in like 2 hours. Like, you probably got so many side hoes. I mean, it's true, but like, we're not really texting them. We're doing other shit, aren't we? You know what I mean? Like, because we are doing random shit like that. Boys will just be stupid, and honestly, women will live longer than men because we are fucking retarded.
Fact.
We do shit like fucking start putting deodorant in microwaves and shit. You know what I mean? Just for fun.
Fact.
And it's just like that's what we're doing when we're not texting you. It's random crap like that. It baffles me, you know.
Yeah, but it's true because like men will do like you see, like, for example, like you see a drill on the side. The one rule you got to do as a man is go and just make sure it works. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Same as when you see a chainsaw, you've got to start it and just start chopping shit. Like you see a drill, you've got to drill something.
You get the garden strum and they put it in the air like fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Texas Strimmer Massacre. You know what I mean? Like,
We've all done that before.
or you stood at the barbecue and you got a pair of tongs in your hands and you just go click click.
Yeah, you're good.
Start clicking. See, we all did it.
You gotta make sure the tongue's tonguing.
Or you get two tongs, and pretend to be a crab lad.
Dancing to crab rave.
Yeah, but that's what we do. That's just men. That's what we do.
I tell you what else men do: DIY at 5 a.m.
Oh no. Oh no!
Why do we do this? Why do we DIY at 5 a.m, chef?
I don't know. I mean, if someone is drinking, gets drunk, and then wrecks a bathroom, and Airbnb
that reminds me of a certain story, Josh.
Right. So, episode 2, we're not name dropping this time. So,
fuck it, Darren.
We're dropping his name already, are we? I was going to say Techno, right?
My god.
Well, we started the story. We may as well carry on. So for those that don't know, us three used to play competitively in a game called Rainbow Six Siege, and we made a team, and there was us three and two other mates of ours, and. Yeah, we went and played at this tournament, Epic LAN. It was well my second tournament with you guys. I don't know how many of you guys had been to prior that one.
Oh, it's about 2 or 3.
One more. There's one more.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I was gonna say you guys definitely went to one or two at least without me. And yeah, we went with B90 and Max C on it, and yeah, our friend, we're not name dropping Darren.
Darren.
we said, oh fuck it, do you want to come along? So obviously we invited him along. We booked a like a caravan. It was a bit like a bed and was looking at
caravan.
Was looking at bed and breakfasts and whatnot, and it ended up being a caravan was the cheapest option to go, and it was big enough to house all 6 of us. Oh mate, the first night in that caravan was fucking hilarious, by the way. So like, obviously, me and Joe, we had the back bedroom because obviously we were the only ones that were family. It was less weird for us to share a bed than randomers. And then you, Chef, and B90, you guys had the other room with single beds in. And then the guy we're not name dropping, Darren, and Max C, they had the front. They had the main room, didn't they? We had Max on the sofa and
couch and a camp bed, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
and then Chef brought the camp bed. We kept saying to Darren, like, it was like, wouldn't it like split the G's or something like that on the Guinness pint? And
it's split. I think it was split the 9s on the
the
Copperberg.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was basically
no.
I can't remember what glass it was. I could have sworn it was a Guinness. But it was like,
it was a Foster's glass, wasn't it? It was a Foster's glass. It was like split the R and the O.
I can't remember.
I honestly can't remember. But Joe
was mildly pissed at this point.
Joe kept saying to her, you got to split the nines. And basically what it means is you got to drink and guess when you're at the level. And if you don't and you failed, you've got to drink the whole pint and start again. Oh, mate, we must have made him do it like 3 or 4 times. And every time he weren't looking...
He was drinking like what? Like
It was like rum.
It was like 5 shots of rum with then Coke.
Yeah, but that's because he wasn't watching Joe, who was pissed.
Not to mention, I did put some more I did put some of my Jack Daniels in there as well.
I remember seeing Joe
and Jack Daniels.
I remember seeing Joe pour the rum, and he was just like, just free pour it, and Darren across the room went, well, that's enough, and he stopped pouring, and started pouring the Pepsi. When he weren't looking, grabbed the JD and started pouring more in. And this glass was like 80% alcohol, like 20% Pepsi.
It's like a European measurement.
Darren was absolutely fucked, wasn't he? And he ended up like stumbling and wrecking the entire bathroom like stupid o'clock in the morning. And then Chef decided
being sick.
Yeah, oh mate, it was awful. It was all down his face, on his bed. He was on the floor.
And then, wasn't he like saying something to you, Joe? You
mate, I can't remember.
Joe
was bollocks myself. I was fucked myself.
Joe was
all I remember is when we was trying to get a bed and people kept coming in our room.
Oh, I didn't even get onto that bit.
So I remember it was just me and B90 were lying there. We're like, what the fuck is going on? Because the bathroom was literally just across from where we were sleeping. It was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, this is the thing. So Darren, being absolutely fucked, stumbled into the bathroom and then over in the bathroom and knocked all the shelvings off and broke into the cupboard, like fell into the cupboard and absolutely ruined the bathroom. And he then went back to bed and threw up in bed. And Max C came out of the front room and he came into mine and Joe's at the back of the room and was just like, I can't do this, boys. It fucking stinks. And he lays down on the floor. And honestly, like a few minutes later, Chef then falls asleep. And all you can hear in the other room was... I don't know if you guys heard that on my mic. Oh, get it was like a foghorn going off. It was. And then all of a sudden, like, there's me and Joe were laid in bed. Max has gone on. Maxie's on, like, I'm going to sleep on the floor for this. And then all of a sudden you hear, knock, B90. Can I come sleep on the floor, boys? And four of us had this one little room. You had a room to yourself, and our friend, we're not name dropping, Darren, had the rest of the caravan. If you was to describe yourself or compare yourself to anybody in the world, famous or not, who would you compare yourself? Who would you most likely say is you? If someone said, "Oh, let's describe yourself," and you went, "Oh, have you ever heard of this person? I'm pretty much like them." Who would you go for?
I'm going to say Tom Cassell, Syndicate.
Okay.
Who the hell is that?
I was about to say, I was trying to act like I knew who it was.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah, so you're also a nobody.
No, Syndicate's actually one of the OG YouTubers. He started out when KSI and that used to YouTube.
Did he just fall off or something?
No, well, he stopped doing gaming content because he mainly does his vlogging channel now. Like, he does vlogs every day. That records his life.
So are you a vlogger, are you?
But like, but when he was obviously like doing games and on YouTube, his like main niche was Call of Duty Zombies. Like he was like known for Call of Duty Zombies, and then he started his own Minecraft series, the Minecraft Project, which became quite big.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like
so what was his name? Tom Smith.
Tom Zanetti, I think.
Tom Cassell.
Oh,
is his
Cassell.
name.
Yeah.
But,
isn't that the guy who
Syndicate
plays Michael in The Office?
No.
No.
Is it? Well, I don't even know. What's his name?
Steve Carell.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's happening, everybody. Remain calm. Right, and for you, Joe, who would you pick?
I'd probably say Mo Farah.
Oh yeah, You do look a little bit like him.
Because he's fast.
Yeah,
and I can be fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like sometimes.
Yeah, so carry on. Yeah,
yeah, he's a good runner.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm shit at running. Fuck. No, he's fast. You know, I can be fast. You know, sometimes I'm too fast when I'm, you know, like 5 seconds in bed and that's it. I'm done. But, you know, shit like that. But, you know what I mean? Like,
nicknames Minuteman.
Yeah. Sometimes I just get the tits out and I'll go, right, see ya. Oh, fuck.
Jizzed in my pants.
Yeah. Mo Farah I'm going with.
Mo Farah. Like well, you do honestly look a bit like him, to be fair.
If I just turn the light off, I probably would. You know what? Going on to gaming, right? And I've always wanted to say this in sort of like a podcasty way, because I feel like nowadays a lot of people don't appreciate gaming as much as, you know, like I'd say that we did when we were kids, right? Because you know, like back when we were kids, obviously gaming wasn't really massive then, was it? You know, like when you were like you used to go outside and fucking hang out with your mates and shit still, didn't you? But then like the Xbox 360 and PS2 started coming in, you know what I mean? And that's when like gaming sort of was like starting to get bigger. But I feel like kids nowadays won't ever, you know, they'll grow up playing fucking
the stuff we did.
They'll grow up playing like Fortnite and fucking, you know what I mean, like shit like that, you know what I mean? But like we had the OG days of like Halo 3 and fucking, you know, like Star Wars Battlefront 2, the old one.
Oh,
you know
yes.
what I mean? Those games were fucking amazing. You cannot beat those games.
I tell you what,
when me and Josh used to play Star Wars Battlefront 2. Hang on, I remember when me and you, Josh, we used to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, and we always used to fucking, you know, try and make it so we were like the last people standing.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Can you remember?
We'd be the little yellow clones, the repairers, and we'd be on map Geonosis and we'd lay in our little shuttle. Oh, mate, they had the days.
Oh, honestly, those games were like, I feel like nowadays gaming's kind of boring for me. You know what I mean? Because they rush games a lot.
The problem with games nowadays is just the companies are so focused on
money driven. Yeah, that's it.
And, you know, industrializing the actual business. Like, the gaming industry is worth billions upon billions now. Like, it's nearly more than what the music industry is and the TV industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously not as big as the film industry, because film industry is just absolutely nuts, but
they're starting to turn it into like sport now as well, aren't they? Didn't they say they was going to bring it into like the Olympics or some shit?
Bring back.
They're trying to.
No,
well, imagine that.
I'm sorry.
It'd be like little fucking like 12-year-olds from like fucking Donny just going.
But that's the thing though. Like with it being in the Olympics, they were only allowing sport-related games. They weren't
like Wii Sports. Did anyone else, by the way, seems that we all kind of grew up in the same area, did anyone else ever have a PlayStation 1? And when it didn't start, you'd look away and pretend you didn't care so the PlayStation would start? Like you'd always you'd press it.
I had a PlayStation 1, but I never did that, no.
Oh, did you not? Like I'd press the button and it wouldn't
mine
work.
Always used to just start, so.
Oh no, mine didn't. I'd press the button, I'd be like, I don't look at it and I don't care. It's just going to start for me.
I think one of the coolest.
It was like the
coolest,
Red Rings of Death, wasn't it? On Xbox.
I think one of the coolest accessories I had for my PlayStation 1 was I had the TV mount in the car.
I thought you should say TV.
Wow.
There you go, son. I've got you a brand new Xbox. You don't have a TV, though. You just turn it on.
Ooh,
look what you could have won.
But no, literally, it was like you slid it into this like mount, and then it opened up, and there's like a mini screen. And then literally just strapped to the back of like the driver's chair in the car. And I just sit in the back of the car, like on long car journeys, just playing my PS1.
What the fuck did you plug a PS1 into? Surely not the cigarette.
So
in
the
a car?
actual unit the actual unit that obviously held the PS1 in there, it plugged it into the cigarette lighter.
I was gonna say, did he plug it into the little smoking light a bit?
Yeah.
Oh man, Jesus Christ!
That used to just power it. That used to power it all. And it was like, it was awesome.
That was well ahead of its technology. I remember, right, very first getting a Game Boy Advance that never had backlighting on it, and you had to buy the attachment of like it was almost like a fucking exoskeleton light source, and you had to flick the lights over from the sides and light up your screen. Otherwise, you'd never be able to play a game in the dark. Oh my lord.
Just going back to Chef's car game, I could just imagine like you mid game with one mission that says you got to run over like 10 grannies, and he's just in his car, fucking trying to whip people. You know,
destroy all humans.
Yeah, but he's actually controlling the car in real life as well.
Fucking hell. Simpsons is a run.
Oh, what a game, man!
That
Simpsons
is a classic
Hit and
game.
Run. Didn't they remake it?
I mean,
no.
There is talk of it being remastered, but it's not fully confirmed.
Oh,
I tell you what, right? If you go to places like CEX or any like games or anything like that, if you go buy PS2 games now, they're usually like £1, like 99p, £2 at most. Simpsons Hit and Run, as of about April this year, is still $10.99.
Fuck.
Yeah, for a PS2 game.
That was like pretty much how much they were like brand new, wasn't it? PS2 games.
Yeah. Simpsons is not, but that's only from local to me back in April, so it might have changed now.
I was looking through the emails again, as I always do, because I do like to see if people like email in and stuff, and someone did, and they had a question, and it's about zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, how long do you think you'd survive in a zombie apocalypse? Right, so that's the first half of the question. And what would your plan be?
Right, so my honest opinion is I reckon I'd survive the entire thing, the entire ordeal.
What, until like old age and death?
Yeah, or a cure. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And here's my reasoning why. So, obviously, with the job I do, with me being a military background, there is a fully working, fully functioning armory. So much weaponry. There's not much weapons in the UK in terms of like firearms, unless you have like for example like the job we have. So
or you work in law enforcement,
or law enforcement, or something like that. Yeah, but like I say, like most crimes in the UK are all like knife related or fucking physical assault. Yeah, like unless you're in America,
stealing Freddo's from co-op and that.
Yeah, exactly. None of it's fucking hardly ever gun related. So there's fuck all guns in the UK. So I would 100% be raiding the armory, be grabbing as much as I can, many rounds as I could, and I'd be taking a small team. I'd only stick to like 3 or 4 people, maybe 5, because the more people you have, the more food you got to get. Anyways, there is a small island just off of the coast of Italy. I can't remember the name of it. But it is a castle, right? The whole island is a castle. It's currently owned by nuns. Now, nuns aren't going to be hard to overthrow, are they? Let's be real. So,
but zombie nuns.
Yeah, but like they'd be dead. Easy to take. The hardest part would be for the zombies. Actually, is on the docks to and from the main island. I'd do, and I've heard it before. Someone else said this. I'd draw a hopscotch board on the floor because zombies can't do hopscotch. And so, therefore, they'd be forever stuck at the other side of the hopscotch board. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
that's not a bad idea. Well, like throw
safe.
some like Skittles down or something, so they keep tripping up on Skittles.
Yes, Lego. Put Lego down on the floor.
Oh,
Make them
mate,
step
yeah,
on
they'd
it.
be fucked. They would be fucked.
They'd be fucked, mate. They'd be absolutely fucked.
But how would you get to Italy? That's the question, because you are in the UK.
Boat.
All the way to Italy.
Well, yeah.
Fucking hell. You'd have to plan that voyage. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to. Where would you get the boat from?
Right. So I'd go to the docks in either. The one nearest to me is like Cleethorpes and Grimsby, or I'd travel in a car and go to like Hull and go to their docks and get a big fuck off ferry. I would have to. This is one of my 4 or 5 people. I'd have to bribe the boat driver to take me there. Once he's there, I can get rid of him. I don't need him.
What if he's like a crusty paedophile there? Then you got
That's
a
what I
crusty
said.
paedophile in your group.
I don't need him. I only need him to boat me there.
So you just murder him at the end.
Well, yeah, like you say, meat's back on the menu, boys.
I'll
tell you what, right? This is actually because I don't know nothing about this, and clearly you do. This is leading on to the perfect time, especially at this time of the podcast, onto, well,
Chef's History Corner.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to? Would you like to glam it?
Is it that time? Is it?
Would you like to glam it up this time,
time.
Chef? Introduce it.
Go on, give a bit of a spicy intro to it, Chef. For those, just a quick one. For those who are new to the podcast, every episode we do a little skit, which is Chef, and it's his history corner. Because for those that don't know Chef, he does like to blurt out random history facts. So I'm going to take it over to Chef right now. So Chef, I want you to glam it up. I want you to glam up your history corner.
Imagine some sick transitions just going whoosh, and it's like, hello there.
I'll do the noises. I'll do the transition noises. You do the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Go.
Okay. Go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to
18 naked cat. Oh shit, wrong song.
Chef naked at Ram Ranch. I was waiting for the whoosh.
Oh, is that what I was meant to do?
I thought you was going to do the noise, like the transition noise, not the down.
I was doing Ram Ranch. 18 naked chefs in a corner at Ram Ranch. History facts throwing hard.
On their knees, learning more knowledge every day.
Go on, Chef, go.
Right, glam it up, mate.
Go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chef's History Corner, and welcome to the last part of this podcast. Hope everyone is well. And today's weird, wonderful, random history fact is about a great leader in history. You might all know him, Alexander the Great. But did you guys know that Alexander the Great was accidentally buried alive?
Wait, what?
Yep. Scientists believe that Alexander the Great was buried alive because
how do you accidentally do that to someone? That's murder, is it not?
Well, basically they thought he was dead, so that's why they buried him. But basically, what had happened, he had a neurological disorder called Guillain-Barré syndrome. And basically, what it does, it just paralyzes the body. So basically, he was laid there completely paralyzed. He couldn't move. He couldn't talk, and everyone thought he was dead.
He's breathing, no?
Can't move the chest, mate.
Yeah, but you got to remember, this is back in fucking ancient times, so they don't look at that shit, mate. But yeah, so basically they buried him alive, and apparently he was mentally aware all the way through it.
Oh,
and
imagine
that
that
is what happened to Alexander the Great. Not so great anymore.
Obviously, I was going to say, I know you don't know it, but realistically, how long do you think he was actually buried for before finally dying? Do you reckon a couple of days at least?
Oh, yeah, it must have been a few days. Would you start eating your fingers? You know what I mean?
Well, no, he's paralysed.
Yeah, but he must have been.
I think
he must have become unparalysed at some point, surely.
I think he wouldn't have been buried in a coffin, though. He probably would have been buried just in dirt, because obviously it was way back then. Coffins weren't really a thing. Like you had the big sarcophaguses, like in ancient Egypt, but this is a different empire.
Yeah, probably wrapped up in bed sheets or something.
Yeah, he was probably wrapped up in like a cloth, and then just thrown into the earth, and then just obviously thrown on top of him. So he probably only lasted like
a couple of minutes,
only like a few hours.
He was just a limp vegetable in his wheelchair, just gets thrown in.
We're back to this bit again, are we?
I mean, apparently as well, they buried. Well, they actually buried his horse with him as well. Killed his horse, and they buried it with him because it was a tradition back then. Great generals.
So not only was he still alive, he got crushed by his horse in the burial pit.
Probably.
Not only was he alive, they saw him kill his horse to be dead with him.
Yeah,
and then had to breathe in dead horse fumes for an hour or two before being dead.
Well, maybe he didn't survive that long because surely all the insects would have started eating the horse and eating him.
I reckon he suffocated before then.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow. Well, you learn something new every day.